Good evening and welcome to Wrasslecast with myself, Peter Metalhead, aka Jack, aka Baron Von Twatbags, and my ever lovely co-hosts.
Me, Elveddy Dark Frame Raven. Baron Von Twatbags, really?
I was improvising, motherfucker.
Wow, that is just amazing. Oh my god, no, I'm gonna have that in my fucking head all day now. Baron Von Twatbags. Anyway, yeah, and of course we're joined by again League, which is the amazing League has joined us again. And again, it's just us three because everyone else who joined us in the past has just decided they can't be arsed or they're not free. But fuck it, just us three. It's like just the two of us, but there's a third person involved. So yeah. Right, so we're talking about that time of the month again, guys. Bloody hell,
Well, seriously, oh my god. Do you really have to talk about your wife's menstrual cycle right now?
I was going to go about my menstrual cycle, not about hers. My menstrual cycle, because I was not feeling this year's Battleground compared to last year. It felt like, like a mixture of everything, Anyway, yeah, that time of the month again, we were all chatting around about WWE Battleground 2015.
Yeah.
And we had a small chat about this before the podcast went on. And again, I will state, if anyone listening to this, if I do sound any different, it's because my microphone is not working and I haven't used a laptop mic, so I don't know how I sound compared to how I usually sound. But yeah, anyway. So Battleground 2015. I didn't think it was as good as last year's, to be honest. I thought last year's was alright, but then again, it's Battleground. It's
I can't even remember
before
last year's.
SummerSlam. Really? We had that Dean and Seth build up, but they didn't actually fight. It kind of went to an ODQ.
That's exactly why. Yeah, it was just like fucking. Yeah, it was just such a fucking botched thing.
It did have a good Wyatt versus Usos match though. That was pretty good. Like, go back and watch it. But other than that, that's all I can remember, to be honest. Yeah. So but again, like I was saying, it's the match before SummerSlam. They ain't going to make it WrestleMania style, are they, compared to SummerSlam? Because SummerSlam is probably, their second biggest pay-per-view of the year. So obviously they're going to probably make Battleground. Yeah, let's just make this let's make this a 5-star pay-per-view. Let's not go overboard. Yeah. But they did have The Undertaker return, so...
Oh yeah, well that was the irony. The match card actually was made to look really fucking big. Like, say, Lesnar wrestling on a B pay-per-view, and one of the shit B pay-per-views as well. Fucking hell.
Fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah, and they had obviously Wyatt and Reigns, which had been built up like pretty well, except for I do think they could have actually used Reigns' daughter a little bit more in that story, but whatever. But all the matches just turned out to be like, I could have gone to the toilet instead of holding it in, sort of thing. It was just wasn't like, like
any must-see matches.
Yeah, I think positive. There's only B+ match. No, there wasn't even B+ matches in my fucking eyes. The only B+ match was Owens and Cena again. Pay-per-views are in trouble when Cena basically is the top match for the third month in a row. You know what I mean? That's a bit what the fuck, Anyway, so let's break into it. Let's break it down, as DX would say at one point.
Degenerate and something. Oh, sorry, I got carried away.
Yeah, let's not sing the song because we might want to get copyrighted. Anyway, so kickoff was King Barrett versus someone I can't think
Defeated R-Truth.
That's good. Yeah, R-Truth. Yeah, so that's what gets you King of the Ring nowadays. We're going to make King Barrett King of the Ring. No why he won't get a mid-card slot. He'll get a kickoff show because that's how important winning King of the Ring is now in 2015.
Yes, and R-Truth fucking burying the King of the Ring moniker further with his plunger and paper crown.
Another thing. I got to admit, that was a little bit funny, but yeah, you are right. It buries it even more. So it's just like, yeah. So why did they make our first one? Barrett won.
It's like, why did they bring it back at all if you're just gonna,
Yeah, exactly. Why bring it back at all if you're just gonna basically just piss on it? You know what I mean? It's just like, let's bring back King of the Ring. No, wait, let's get 50,000 knobs out and pee it down and water it down. Get down, get the fuck down. It's like a dog trying to get up at the table. Get the fuck down and get the newspaper and whack it. Basically that is like them bringing back King of the Ring. I mean, like, you didn't see like when Bret Hart won it in whatever year he did win it. I can't think. Was it 1998 or something like that? I don't really know.
Bret Hart, no. It would have been the first one. So what? 93.
93. Oh, I'm thinking of Stone Cold. When did Stone Cold win it? Was that 99?
That was 96.
96. My God, I'm fucking terrible at it.
You sit there and you talk about your pay-per-view knowledge, and it didn't get you anywhere. You talk about pay-per-views, WWE Network. Well, Jack 316 says I've kind of lost track of this joke.
Well, don't go all Sid Vicious now and put in promos, So.
Oh shit, can I go again? Oh, we're live, buddy. Oh fuck.
It's a live TV, man. You can't have a go. Oh, Sid, man. So sometimes when you're feeling really down, you just watch that. It just makes it funny. And then when he breaks his leg, it's even funnier.
That's not funny, man. Oh god. Oh, I'm having flashbacks to that GIF now.
Oh, it was horrible, wasn't it? Like, I can't even watch that to this day. Anyway, yeah, so it makes you wonder why bring back King of the Ring if you're just going to pee on it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
why not do the last King of the Ring from 2002? I mean the last actual pay-per-view King of the Ring, because obviously they brought it back a couple of times for like random things. But like, the last proper one was Lesnar. He won, and with his King of the Ring title, he got a shot at the title at SummerSlam. So makes sense. That would make sense, wouldn't it? You know, have it be like bring it back properly. Bring
it back as a proper prestigious.
Yeah. Replace Battleground with King of the Ring. Have it the month before SummerSlam, and then you could have a decent tournament.
Build up.
Yeah.
Tournament builder.
Have an awesome main event match, which would be the finals, and then the winner goes on next month to SummerSlam to challenge whoever the champ is.
Yeah.
And that all sounds great, but we all know that isn't going to happen.
But then again, yes, I'm a smark who's doing fantasy booking, so it's probably there's probably some serious flaw in my logic there. So.
No, it's not really fantasy booking, man. I mean the fantasy booking would be saying, oh yeah, let's bring back Sting and bring back Hulk Hogan and Chris Benoit and everyone else, even though one of them's dead and one of them's banned, let's just bring it all back and have or let's do Chris Benoit versus the entire roster. We'll just have a cardboard cutout and get everyone to come down and kick the crap out of it, or something like that. That would be like fantasy booking. No, what you said is something that WWE should take upon, but they're not going to. When I first heard they're bringing back King of the Ring, I thought, okay, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's just have 2 matches on Raw and then only show the rest on the network, I thought that was a little bit what the fuck at first, but I thought, fuck it, they're still acknowledging it. That is good for them to even acknowledge it. So I thought, okay, King Barrett won, which was even better for me, because I thought, oh, well, they went with someone completely out of the blue and wasn't going to be Sheamus, who again, I thought was going to be Sheamus, but again, he was King of the Ring, fucking in some year, I can't remember now. 2010, yeah. Lee with the old knowledge, really, that who's got a encyclopedia on hand. 2010, which again was a probably much better gimmick than what they're doing with it now.
Again?
Yeah. In fact, the strongest King, that's why I've been King Booker, actually, to be fair. And the guy actually took it forward for, how long did he do that gimmick for? 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Gimmick for fucking ages, didn't he? And he had to stoop his wife, oh, hail King Booker! Oh, hail King Booker! Please get throat cancer. My God, that is fucking annoying, man. I just found out that Booker T's going to be in the Comic Con in Blackpool as well, which has annoyed me because I want to go and meet him. It's fuckers. Anyway,
cool.
Yeah. So
what you should do to get yourself banned from there, do the Vinnie Mac from that pay-per-view, whatever fucking pay-per-view it was.
Oh yeah, when he says when he says the thing.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna attempt to not say it because for reasons, obviously, even jokingly. But what was it? Oh yeah, what you should do? You just mentioned Blackpool Comic Con. Are you gonna go to that?
No, God no.
Oh, I was gonna say if you're gonna go to it, go to him. It's so yeah, did you finally? So I'm guessing you finally came for Hulk Hogan then.
Did you see that on Twitter? That fucking New Jack, the guy from
New Jack, yeah,
tweeted a photo of that.
Absolute piece of shit, New Jack.
Yeah, exactly. He's a bit of a cunt, But yeah, he tweeted a photo of him and Brooke to Hogan saying, "Yeah, hey Hulk Hogan, I'm the N word or whatever, those exclamation marks." I was like, "Ha, in your face," But it's going around everywhere, isn't it? This whole Hulk Hogan thing. Do you think they've taken it too far, banning him completely, or do you think they should have?
No, I'm not against the banning of Hulk Hogan, but that was before this stuff came out, because I idolised him as a child, but then I found out he's probably one of the biggest pieces of shit in wrestling ever. So it's just
you might be a piece of shit, but I personally don't believe he's a racist. No, I mean, okay, yeah. He did say the N-word, and he did say it more than one occasion.
Yeah,
and it wasn't
dude, he's totally not racist. He's got tons of black friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Says all racists.
Exactly. Well, okay, he might be racist in that sense, but I don't think he's a KKK supporter.
Yeah, he's not one of
I don't think he's hardcore racist. Yeah, exactly.
It's just unfortunate people of his generation kind of, generic racism, which is still bad, but obviously not as bad as fucking going around trying to fucking.
I think I
assault
think
people.
all it was is that he's obviously was. But I'm not. I mean, I'm not defending him. As I don't care for Hulk Hogan anyway. So I'm not defending him or calling him a piece of shit either. Realistically,
Also,
nothing.
Ultimate Warrior was a piece of shit. There you go. I said it.
Yeah,
I'm,
well,
gonna,
he
I'm getting
was.
that cheap heat, yo.
Yeah, well, it was a couple of years, you know. But he was an arsehole at some point in his life, you know. Regardless if he's dead or not, he was a prick. So, but yeah, but I nothing Hogan, you know. I didn't do that. I loved him when I was younger, but that was about it. I didn't really. Ever since he took over TNA, I was just like, yep, couldn't care less. But no, I think what it was with him. In my opinion, he obviously got mad at an interview got mad in an interview when they were talking about his daughter, and for some reason I don't know why he just let the rage.
It wasn't from an interview. It was from that same sex tape that got released. You know, they just years ago. They just for some reason.
Wait, sex tape? What?
You didn't know Hogan got sex tape got released. He was banging a friend's wife, and they filmed it.
Oh,
and then like some website.
I didn't know that.
You guys didn't know that? Christ.
No, I didn't know
well, there you
that.
go. Well, you know.
Anyway, well,
Wrassle. Sorry, after you, Lee.
No, yeah, Lee, what was you saying? Sorry.
just saying, at the thought of that.
Yeah, I know. Is it online anywhere? Because I don't really want to bump into that.
Well, you'd have to go looking for it proper, you know, like.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Let me just see if I can torrent it.
No,
not that I encourage torrenting.
No.
Yeah, just like when I watched China Queen of the Ring. Oh God.
Oh.
I feel so ashamed about jacking off to that now.
Oh God. Yeah, you can watch that online, and it is. I've actually seen parts of it, and it is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Now, the Hogan sex tape got released a few years ago by a website. It was filmed in like 2006. It didn't get released till I don't know 2011, 2012. And he's banging a friend's wife, and Hogan is still suing the site for like $100 million. So yeah, only bits of the tape were released online. Apparently somebody else has leaked more of the tape, and that's where he's having a conversation with the chick he's banging. He's not banging her at the time, he's having a racist conversation. It's like, oh damn, I hate them honkies. Oh yeah, brother. No, it's like he's having a casual conversation with her about. He's all pissed off with Brooke. It's like, Brooke after sleep with an F and N, and it's just like it's just to piss me off or something, isn't it? I'm just like, okay, wow, it's like, but there you go. It's horrible. Weird situation.
So
could have happened to a nicer guy.
I suppose that's true. So it wasn't actually an interview. It was basically this was a part of this like release leak sex tape thing, and this is how this got out.
There is also some interview, but where he's talking to like a black DJ about like the whole 97 incident with Booker T. Like he was like, about back in the day and whatnot, casual racism, blah 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 blah. How can they say it like it? But that wasn't something that got him kicked off. It was the release of the other part of the sex tape. So
Yeah. And besides, Booker T also he put on Twitter saying he regretted saying things like 40 years ago. I was like, Booker T, like obviously, mate, you didn't obviously mean to say it. You got heated in the moment, and you just literally went and said it. You know what I mean? It's nothing bad, realistically, what he said. I don't think so, because he said it in the heat of the moment. At the end of the day, so I don't think anyone felt offended by what Booker T said years ago. But yeah, it's a bit weird that this whole Hogan thing is just. And it's even weird. I woke up and basically Michelle said to me, "Oh yeah, I've heard about Hulk Hogan." Oh no, go and tell me. Oh yeah, he's basically been banned. So I said, "Oh, so they've Crispin Martin." I was like, "Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, got rid of everything. I mean, everything's gone now. It's a shame because there's some Hogan DVDs I haven't even bought, so I'm probably not gonna be able to buy those anymore. That fucking sucks." So, and then before you say, "Oh, why don't you just watch them on the network?" Oh, because I like to own things. I like to have personal things. When you find a guy who has a Kindle and he's got 400 books on there, but then you see someone else who's got 400 books on a bookshelf, I think the ones on the bookshelf look more better than the stupid Kindle, to be honest.
Yeah, true. I mean, I've got Steam. I've got like I've got 600 plus games on Steam.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine they're all like if they're all physical. That'd be mad. Yeah.
That would
That would look pretty.
take up a lot of fucking space. I mean, sometimes it's needed, but as I just said about the Kindle thing, that's just my opinion. That's what I feel. Anyway, let's go back to the fucking podcast.
We
We've
are
just
in the
gone-
podcast.
We
You know,
are in the
podcast
podcast.
is
Let's
love.
talk
Podcast
about
is
the
life.
matches. We've gone completely off track as we always do. Right, so yeah. So King Barrett.
Well, you know, to be fair,
Barrett,
this podcast is about wrestling, so, you know.
Yeah,
Hulk
exactly.
Hogan
Well,
is a
fuck
big
it,
part of
yeah.
wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Hulk Hogan, a racist arsehole. Now let's move on. So yeah, I personally though, I do think after a few months it will be forgotten about. To be honest, so has he been kicked out of the Hall of Fame as well? Or is he still-
He's been removed from the website. Whether that means you're technically kicked out or not. I mean, there's no fucking physical thing. I don't think there's any kind of like application for the Hall of
So,
Fame.
I mean, what are they going to do about Tough Enough? Because they've obviously filmed the episodes already. So I
Well,
mean,
hopefully cancel it. You know, because it's crap anyway. So like, you know, hopefully this will fucking.
What
steal
about the
deal.
people that do actually like it though? You know.
Then they're fools.
Unless
My
it's like-
opinion is always correct because
sure
I
that's-
am a fat internet smark.
But Michelle actually likes it. To be fair, I don't know why.
For anyone who can't
It's
tell,
like-
I was being sarcastic. Anyway.
Yes. It's like, Michelle, there's no point liking Tough Enough because everyone who's ever won Tough Enough, you've never seen him again on television like a month
Apart
later.
from Maven.
Apart from Maven, yes, we did have
Yeah.
this. I think we had this conversation before. Yes, Maven, but that's the only one. It was like that UFC guy called Paul Prowser or Dave Prowser or whatever, who starred in the Royal Rumble. After he got eliminated, never saw him again. So whoever wins is Tough Enough, and there are some good contenders. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen a few episodes, but they'll probably never. They'll go to NXT, and they're probably going to be used like once every 2 weeks or something. That's probably it. So there's no point. It's like I get to live my dreams. I get to be on Superstars every 3 weeks. Yeah, is that really your dreams? Fucking hell.
Yeah. Plus, think about it. You know, the original Tough Enough winner, Maven, he could go in the Hall of Fame for his accolade. It's been what 13 years now since the 2002 Royal Rumble, still going,
Yeah.
longest participants ever.
Does he still hold that record?
Well, yeah, because you know he never got eliminated, and somebody showed a clip of him being eliminated by the Undertaker. Well, it must have been a fucking different camera angle or something because it sure as shit wasn't on the pay-per-view.
No.
Undertaker dragged him up to the stands, smacks him about a bit. He smacks him upside the tits, and then like you know, we don't see him again at all. You know.
Upside the
So I mean,
Right, what-
maybe
is this 2000
I'm guessing Taker maybe brought him back to the ring and like flipped him over the thing, but they didn't film that bit. But well, fuck it. You know, if we've got to go over the whole kayfabe thing, in kayfabe, he didn't get eliminated from that pay-per-view, so fucking there you go.
Neither did Axel Mania, but I suppose he won't be doing that gimmick anymore now, will he?
Well, he did. He got eliminated at WrestleMania, didn't he? You know.
Oh yeah, but he
If
didn't
we
get
count
eliminated
that.
from the Royal Rumble though. That's the kind of the
Well,
point.
he didn't. Well, he didn't enter though, did he? You know. So.
Yeah, I know. Realistically, he didn't. But
Oh shit, that's a good point. What's Curtis Axel gonna do now? You know, he can't do the Hogan gimmick. They're gonna have to actually, you know, try and put some fucking effort into giving him a fucking good gimmick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it's like this whole thing. Wow, what is there some lineage or something we could draw upon for him? You know, that would be perfect. Oh wait, yes, Mr. Perfect Son. You like fucking being nepotistic with all the other fucking wrestlers. Why not make a bigger point about that? Other than the Better Than Perfect shirt. You know, oh god. Anyway, sorry. I don't dislike Curtis Axel. I just think, like, I just think that this whole fucking.
No, well, understandable, mate. No, he's a talented. In my opinion, I think the man is actually pretty talented, but they just don't give him like anything that he should do. Same with Damien Sandow. I mean, to be fair, when was the last time we seen him on fucking camera? You know, but you know, I thought.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was a couple of months. No, not a couple of months ago. A couple of pay-per-views back, because a couple of pay-per-views back was about half a week ago.
Yeah, but no, I haven't seen him for a while. I remember seeing. Well, yeah, I mean, he was doing the mushroom.
He was
thing,
yeah,
wasn't he?
and I thought, wow, you know, after that whole thing played out at WrestleMania, it's like, yes, he's finally overcome the Miz. Yeah, now he's going to go back to like, you're welcome again, maybe, hopefully. No.
And he came out with
Fuck
single
you,
attire and everything, new music, no, and then he went straight back into, ooh yeah. I was like, oh, and they've killed it.
Yeah. It was like,
Fuckers. Absolute fuckers, man. But yeah,
I
so
can actually tell you the exact moment that, Sandow's career died. It was
Go on,
just before or just after Hell in a Cell 2013, when he cashed in his Money in the Bank against John Cena for the World Heavyweight title.
yeah.
And
Off.
yeah, there we go. That was it. He was still doing the robe gimmick and shit, you know, and you're welcome. Then after
Yeah.
that, it was barely on TV at all. He came back like early early to mid last year with like a whole fucking like
New
a
persona.
really god awful like shoot interview, not shoot interview, but he's on the opening panel for like it was one of the pay-per-views, and he's all like, hey, you gotta do what you're told in this company, yo. They're just trying so hard to like recreate the 2011 Punk pipe bomb, and it just didn't work. And then they just had him like in a different suit every week, which was kind of fun, without a doubt.
Yeah, but it's boring seeing that same stuff. I mean, Charlie Host did exactly the same thing, It's just like, oh yeah, let's see wrestlers you can imitate other wrestlers. Yeah, it gets fun for like 2 fucking weeks. And then it becomes like, oh yeah, it's just like, I mean, yeah, when Sandel was doing it, he did funny ones. Yeah, I mean, he did like Vince McMahon, which was pretty funny. You know, and he did do some good ones. I mean, Sandel is good at what he does. He's good at being a prick. Which is fair enough. But I just wish he'd be a prick in the wrestling sort of. Put the robe back on, get the hair long again, put the pink fucking tights on again. Seriously, WWE. He had something going, and when he won Money in the Bank, I was more shocked than anyone because I didn't think, out of all the people in that match, I didn't think he was the one that was going to walk out with the briefcase, And they did a little funny segment with him and Cody Rhodes, and when he threw it in the river. But like, I mean, that was funny. I will admit.
That was literally just before I started watching back again, so it was like literally a couple of weeks beforehand. So I mean, I started tuning in, and he's got this like a really fancy, his self-made fancy Money in the Bank briefcase because Cody chucked the other one away. I mean, oh yeah, even his briefcase was awesome for Money in the Bank,
Yeah, exactly. It was good, and I thought he's cashing in against fucking Cena. I thought, well, he's got no fucking chance, has he? He's not going to win. He's not done it. He's not done it well. The only one to ever do that was John Cena. He cashed in on Punk and he lost, and that was obvious. And pretty much, after he lost that match, credibility went. His fucking Sandel didn't become Sandel anymore, which because he could be a star now. He could have at least had a world title run or anything, at least tried, but they didn't even bother. I think they just saw it as like, why, my God, why the fuck did we give that briefcase to him? Let's make him lose it, or let's make him cash in and fail. Fuck you, WWE. You don't know what you had. You just take talent and you just decide to crush it, and you give it to people like Randy Orton that which don't fucking deserve it. So fuck it.
Should we try and get back to this pay-per-view?
Let's turn it into a podcast pay-per-view.
Yeah, this is a shoot interview now.
It's becoming Rantalcast, not Wrasslecast. So
what was the first match? It was Randy Orton versus. Oh God, that's a shame.
Yeah. Sheamus. Wow, I've not heard that before. Well done. So we're going to move. Before we move on to this match, I'll have to say again that Sheamus probably is the weakest Money in the Bank holder of the briefcase ever. Again, they're not really putting him over very well with the briefcase. No. Well, I know he's only been champion for about a month or two, which is fair enough. But like, it's just like when you think Money in the Bank person like Seth and Sandel, they did interesting things with it. Sheamus has only really come out, and he's just known as he's the Irish wrestler that holds the yellow briefcase. What's he done with it? Oh, fuck all, pretty much. Is he feuding with anyone? No, not really. I said, oh well, has he cashed in yet? No, not really at all. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. So yeah, the match itself was quite okay. I mean, Sheamus and do have their times where they can go 1-on-1 and they can make it look good, but Sheamus spent most of the time outside the ring for pretty much this. But, there was a bit of back and forth action between the two, and, I mean, of course, again, Randy Orton getting the win because it's his hometown, which I think was a little bit bollocks, to be honest, because I don't think if you're the Money in the Bank holder, you shouldn't really be losing matches, especially to people like Randy Orton. It's just like, oh, well, if you lost to Randy Orton, what makes you think you can win the title off John Cena? And I say John Cena because it's obvious that he's probably now going to win the title back again. So, there we go.
And that will make him a 16-time champion, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It'll be a 4-hour-long podcast of why that's wrong and how we're correct.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, that'd be brilliant. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a good podcast. Can't wait to look forward to that one. But it was your casual. Was alright as an opener, but wasn't anything like amazing. Typical. I think it was just a matter of we need something for Orton and Sheamus to do. Let's sling him on the match. Let's put him as an opener. Let's just have Sheamus lose to Randy Orton because obviously he's the hometown hero, so it'll go over better if the Money in the Bank. This person has a Money in the Bank case is supposed to look strong for the next world champion. Let's have him lose. Let's have him lose to Randy Orton. That sounds good on paper, doesn't it? No, it fucking doesn't sound good on paper. What the hell are they doing? Yeah, so Randy Orton wins. Next one. Fuck it. Next one. Cut the
So,
ass.
there's a plan.
Unless you two got anything to say about Randy Orton and Sheamus.
No, I didn't even watch that match.
No.
Well, I had it was
even
on.
watch
Well, it was on. I just didn't pay any attention to it because
No.
it's Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, it's if anything, ironically, that was the piss break match. But
exactly. Well, it could have been,
But
because
that's the problem. The piss break was right at the beginning of the pay-per-view.
Can I just say 2 seconds before we go into it anymore? King Barrett and R-Truth was actually pretty good, to be fair. I don't know if you've actually watched the match yourself, but it was actually pretty good.
No, I missed the pre-show, unfortunately.
Yeah, but if you actually try and find the match on YouTube, like after this or whenever you two are free, and actually watch the match yourself, it was actually so much back and forth work, and it even had near full kickouts as well. It was actually pretty good. So, well, it's just a shame it was on the kickoff, really. So yeah, and I've just found the whole of Royal Rumble 2015 on YouTube. But it's only 2 hours and 20 minutes long, so that can't. Oh, it probably means the Royal Rumble match, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the Rumble match is 2 hours.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, go on. So our next contest was.
Primetime play. This is New Day.
Yeah. Sounds so boring saying that. Primetime players versus New Day. New Day rocks, you know. So.
New Day sucks.
No, they don't suck. They are good.
No, that's about the gimmick, isn't it? You know, they're totally over now, though, aren't they? Because as a heel.
Any heel group who have failed as faces go over, yes.
Yeah. It's a really goofy, heel thing, and I think they're great, good as a team. And if you've seen any of the exclusive app interviews or any shit like that, they are fucking hilarious.
They are. They're good.
Mr. Kingston. Anyone who's watched one of them, you'll understand what the hell I just did then. I was just randomly screaming down the mic for a
No, I thought you were just randomly screaming. So I was a bit confused then. I don't know.
It's one for
confusion then.
It's like a #1 contender battle royale for the Intercontinental Championship from SmackDown last year, and Byron Saxton interviewing Big E. He's drinking milk and eating sausages. This is just I'm preparing for the match. It's like. And Xavier Woods is in the background, and the camera zooms in on him, and you just hear Big E go, Mr. Woods. And then Mr. Woods comes over and is like, I see you're eating your sausages and milk as per usual. Are you ready for this #1 contender? They keep saying it's a really long name, and they somehow managed to not fuck it up once, even though the amount of times they say it. And then then all of a sudden, Big E goes again, Mr. Kingston. And it's so I see you have your bacon as usual, and Big E, you have your sausages and milk as per usual, and I have my grapes. And he's just eating grapes. And then at the end of the interview, all three of them just go, and they all just lower down, from camera point, and it's just Byron Saxton, it just looks confused as fuck, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
I'll have to find that. If you can find a link to that.
I'll send it you. So, but as I was saying, the New Day, any of their backstage shit is fucking hilarious.
They are good wrestlers as well.
True.
Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods are okay. They might not be doing the gimmick, a group gimmick that everyone enjoys, but you can't deny that they're all three of them talented fuckers. You know what I mean? So I've always thought they are. So, but yeah. Okay, so we move into the New Day, obviously versus Primetime Players. But wait, what, the 50th time now we're seeing this? I don't know how many times we've seen this already, but yeah. So we've seen New Day Rocks, in my opinion. That's Primetime Players, and this I actually thought this was pretty good. To be honest, I actually thought there was quite a lot of, in my opinion, I thought this was alright. This was at least kind of made up for how bad I fell asleep during the Randy Orton match. I was like, it's time to wake up now if I have to. So it was quite back and forth, this one was. It wasn't too tiresome. I had a lot of Darren Young fighting back. Then obviously it's like, I need help. Makes that dramatic tag to Titus O'Neil, comes in and just completely dominates all the team with brutal kicks and throws and everything like that. So yeah, I thought the match was alright, to be honest, between these guys. It wasn't the best tag team match ever, but I found myself enjoying it more towards the end because it more kind of kicked up towards the end a little bit. It's the same old shit really between these teams. They've had this match so many times on Raw pretty much. But yeah, it was pretty good, and obviously ends with Curtis O'Neill, I think, spine busting someone. I can't remember who he does it to. Is it Kofi? Or is it Big E?
Big E.
Big E, that's it. Does it to Big E, and then they went and they were like, oh, I can't believe we lost, man. We always said we are gonna win, you know, but no, they don't. So yeah, so it was alright. You two, like this night.
I really liked it. It was quite short though. It was like
It was quite short.
Got
yeah.
my notes here. 8 minutes 50 seconds.
That was 2 minutes longer than what the main event fucking match was. So
No. Actually, the main event. Let me just check my notes here.
The main event was 10 minutes long.
Yeah. So it was 9 minutes 6. So actually, the main event was longer. It was 16 seconds longer.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Sorry, yeah, I meant to say, yeah, sorry, the main event was only 2 minutes longer than that was.
That's what you meant to say. Of course
that's
you
what
did.
I meant to say. Yeah, that's what I
You
meant
just
to
shock
say.
mastered it, man. You fell through the wall.
Yeah.
You're trying to put the helmet back on.
Helmet came on. Everyone knows who I am. I put it back on anyway, even though I've just tripped over a wall. So yeah, it fucking sucks. So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, of course short, but again, it was a quick, casual tag in and out match for the tag team titles, obviously, and obviously Primetime Blaze are still champions, which is alright by me. I haven't got a problem with that, realistically, but you know, there we go. Yeah, they deserved it. They deserved it more when they were actually running as a better team, but you know, there we go.
Oh, that don't.
What? Sorry, what?
I said without a doubt. I was agreeing with you.
Without a doubt. I didn't hear you said without a doubt. So, yeah. Lee, anything? You liked the tag team? You didn't like it?
Yeah, it was a pretty solid match.
Yeah, it was. Pretty much. Well, you're not going to get anything out of it. It's just a typical tag team match, really. So we move on. On to Bray Wyatt and Thingy was next, wasn't it?
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
And Bray Wyatt. Now, I'm just going to get my little rant out before anyone says anything about this.
Okay, go.
Okay, go. Yeah, this match didn't...
Rant over. There you go.
Okay,
you only had 8 seconds. Nah, go on. Sorry, man.
That was 8 seconds already? Anyway. This match, in my opinion, did not live up to the hype. For what it could have been. In itself, I was thinking... Okay, now we're going to get amazement out of these two because we both know, obviously, former Shield, former Wyatt member. You know, when all three of them was in the ring, they did a bloody good job, and they've been building this up with Bray going like having his picture of him and his daughter like crossed out eyes and mouths, and been really freaking him the fuck out, you know, and stuff. Awesome. It was built up really well. I do think they could have used like Roman's daughter a little bit more into the feud to add more fuel fire to the feud. Maybe she didn't want to do it. Maybe they didn't think about using it. But that's just again one man's fantasy thinking or fantasy booking, as you put it. So,
your fantasy is Roman Reigns' daughter. Get out.
Yeah. No, get out now. No, adding no more into it. It would have been better. Would have been cool. But yeah, so it didn't. You know, my weird fantasies aside, it was okay. It was alright. The match. It was a bit slow at points, to be honest. It was like it took quite a while to start off. It was obviously a lot of hard hitting from both of them. I mean, if you watch it. I watched it back on the music video so I could remember parts of Battleground. But the music video made the match actually look better than the actual match itself, which was weird. But yeah, it was a little bit slow. Anyone but me. But it was alright. It was like basically Bray, Roman, and I think Bray Wyatt does a DDT outside the ring as well. Like looks
on the ring apron.
On the ring apron. Yeah, like Big E did that massive splash down.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That looked pretty cool. I think Roman goes for the head kick and Bray Wyatt clotheslines him as well at some point. Bray Wyatt did have a lot of control in this until obviously Roman comes back his typical self. Again, it was alright. But again, I think it's me just expecting that much more, expecting like when I thought Sting and Triple H, I thought, oh my god, I'm not going to have a ball bag left after this, you know. But when you saw the match, it was just like, no, it wasn't. It was okay. It wasn't that good. You know, I think it's just me, like, you know, hype building again, you know, kind of thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be good. But it was alright. Roman and Bray was alright. If they're going to have a rematch at SummerSlam, which is apparently the rumoured Wyatt family, which I think it's going to be Luke and Bray versus Dean and Roman, which should be good. So there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds good. But yeah, the match ends obviously with Roman going to win, obviously, and then we see the return of a guy in a hoodie. And everyone's like, oh my god, who's that? And seriously, you cannot do a guy returning in a hoodie when they've got a fuck off beard like Luke Harper has, and you can't fucking hide it. And so it doesn't matter how many times Luke Harper pulls the hood over his face. When you got a big bushy beard, there's not really much you can do about it. So straight away I was like, yeah, Luke Harper. You know, because I was just like, how do you know? Oh, because the fucking beard. You know? Like, he could have worn a mask, but, no, he fucking wearing a mask, So he gets in the ring, obviously, costs Bray Wyatt the match, costs Roman Reigns the match, and then he takes off the hood, undoes his hair, and makes me go, yes, it's me, Luke Harper, back again in the Wyatt family, because apparently that solo push they was giving me didn't really work, so now I need to do something. So they put me back with Bray Wyatt, which fucking sucks, because Bray Wyatt will now never be fucking champion now, as long as he's with any of the Wyatt. So, but as we did discuss, they never actually officially broke up. He basically set them free, so he didn't exactly shield, remember, he basically set them free. So I'm not too pissed the Wyatts are back together, but I just thought, well, there goes their fucking solo runs. They didn't exactly do very well. I mean, Luke Harper was in the Continental Champion, and that ran pretty well for a while. But then after that, he just went fuck all. Eric Rowan's face turn was all right, and then like, after a few matches, was like, yeah, this isn't really working anymore. So it's just like, what the fuck? So he helps him win. Once again, was all right by me. Good. Obviously, dirty win, just like Bray Wyatt does, So yeah, so that's my thing. Now, what do you two think of Bray Wyatt and Roman?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have much to say other than that you haven't just covered. Because great build up and okayish match. Didn't hate it,
Oh,
even Roman Reigns wasn't fucking atrocious today.
No, it wasn't terrible.
Now, I'm a super Bray Wyatt mark, and I keep, why did they keep booking him like this? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I complain about the booking and whatnot. There's one thing I can say, like something that is Bray Wyatt's folly. It's not a terrible folly. Problem is, he's okay. He's fairly okay in the ring, but he cannot carry people through matches. You know what I mean? He can do his own stuff pretty well, but he can't fucking carry someone through a match and like make them look good. Just look at this year's WrestleMania for proof of that.
Yeah, I guess so. But I suppose then again, if you're someone like Bray Wyatt, I suppose he's not really designed really to make the other person look good because he's the eater of worlds at the end of the day. But,
all that's what I'm saying is it's just with Roman Reigns he's not particularly good anyway. So you get. And if he's up against somebody who can't carry him through a match, like Daniel Bryan did at Fastlane, the match turned out pretty good because Daniel Bryan is fucking amazing,
Yeah.
And made it look, Reigns look decent as possibly could. Where Wyatt, he's good in the ring, but like I say, it's like certain foibles that certain wrestlers have, like DDP and like Brock Lesnar. More DDP. Apparently, he needed every match. Spot everything in the match like pre-planned out, to a T, because he was
Savage.
Yeah, precisely. And with Lesnar, he doesn't need like everything planned out super hardcore, but he's not good at calling it in the ring.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, but to be fair though, when we saw Bray Wyatt and Dee Bryan at the Royal Rumble, I can't remember what Royal Rumble it was. What was the Royal Rumble where those two opened the Rumble? Can't remember.
2014.
Yeah, that match was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
That match was fantastic, and in that match, I thought, you're saying Bray can't make anyone look good. Well, I think he did in that match, but then against Daniel Bryan, no one needs to make Daniel Bryan look good. But yeah, I suppose you are right.
He was as good as the person he was working with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you are right. When it comes to thinking Bray Wyatt, I suppose doesn't make the usually normal half on the other opponent look amazing. Yeah, I suppose that's alright. I mean, Bray Wyatt is a fantastic wrestler, fantastic promo giver, but I suppose there's only certain wrestlers in the world that can make other people look great, by working with them, So,
yeah, because I can complain until I'm blue in the face about how, oh my god, they're booking him wrong, how can they fucking bury him like this? And to an extent, I do believe that is quite true, but also, you got to point out somebody's flaws when they have them and shit,
Oh yeah, I mean, Bray Wyatt's a mate. He's one of in my opinion, he's one of the best people in WWE today. I mean, if someone said, "Oh, give me an excuse to watch WWE today," I'll say Bray Wyatt. But people watch it for Bray Wyatt, or at least when the Wyatt family or the Shield were involved. I mean, that was a reason to watch. Like he'd be one of the reasons to watch.
Yeah, but, I bet if someone comes up to you, it's like, "Give me a reason to watch WWE right now," just say, "Watch it, or I'll slice your throat."
Yeah, because your mum's watching it tonight. What? Yeah, exactly. So shut up.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, that's the most inappropriate response. Like, give me a reason to watch WWE tonight. Do it, or I'll slice your throat.
I'll kill you there and then.
Yeah, it's like, and they say wrestling doesn't make you violent.
and they say wrestling is fake. Well, this isn't fake.
And they say wrestling doesn't make you have sex with dead girlfriends' corpses. And they say wrestling doesn't make you give birth to hands.
And they say wrestling makes you jump on a fucking coffin while it's been pulled away by a car.
Oh god. Or chop up a dog and feed it to your rival.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Are we just calling all the fucking terrible angles
All the terrible
over the
things
years?
about it, yeah, like over the years, it just makes you think, how the fuck did they get away with doing that? Honestly, that was like, they just
And
had an
wrestling
idea.
makes you think God is a good tag team partner.
Oh my god, yeah, Backlash 2004, whatever it was. HBK,
Well, six.
yeah, HBK and God versus like the McMahon. And McMahon made his own one, didn't he? McMahonism and stuff. Oh my god,
That was absolute crap.
Oh, it was funny though. It was funny that when Vince McMahon got in the ring and God had his own entrance, Vince McMahon like, check him out, go check him out. Oh my god, why did they think that was a good idea? Or why did they think that the Spirit Squad was ever like a good idea for a tag team as well? It's just like, oh my god, fucking hell, yeah. But yeah, if you think bad that's ever happened to wrestling, probably maybe that's a talk for another time. But yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good if we could come back and talk all through all the bullshit that's over, all the bad things. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't even have to talk about it. We could just like literally just be one sentence, like just write down one sentence, and it's not even a sentence. It's just a name. Vince Russo. Underline it. End of.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I know some people were a fan of him and actually thought he did good for WWE and WCW. I was just like, yeah, of course he did. And having testicular cancer as well is an amazing thing. I can't wait to get it again. No, he didn't. He was a cancer, Vince Russo. He fucked up a lot of things, So there we go. But well, I don't think it was just entirely to blame for like the corpse fucking and the funeral invading and the chopping up the dog.
Oh no, but I mean, obviously his influence. Fucking,
yeah, and becoming best friends with Mop.
Like
and then putting it in the shredder. Do you remember Moppy? Fucking Perry Saturn's like kind of good friend, and then Raven put it in a wood chipper.
And you wonder why Perry Saturn was missing for several years, presumed dead.
Yeah, and then he comes back on Twitter and he goes, "Hi everyone, I'm not dead. I just took some time away." Also, I don't even know how it even started that he was dead or missing.
It's all hearsay, but apparently he was either homeless or he was super drunk or something, but that's no confirmed story or anything. That's just him.
No, I think that's just bullshit, to be honest.
Anyway, enough of like the amazing character arc of Moppy.
Yeah, gotta love Moppy. It's so good, man.
Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns. You got anything to add to that, Lee?
No.
No, fair enough. Don't blame me.
Did you not enjoy it that much? Did you not enjoy Roman Reigns and Daniel? Did you not enjoy Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, there's moments.
There's moments, yeah. I know it wasn't the best match on the card. I mean, I was half expecting it to be like, oh my god, I don't have a penis left because it got erect and I ripped it off because of how good the match was. No, it wasn't.
I was expecting it was a Roman Reigns match.
No, exactly. Come on, man. He's not that bad. I think people give him way low credit on what he deserves. Okay, yeah, he isn't the best mic talker ever, but he's not awful. I mean, his wrestling is good, but it's not his fault. It's WWE only setting him to like a certain match card limit. You know what I mean? Or a certain move list limit. You know what I mean? Like, he might want to go out there and try everything.
Hilarious listening to this Roman Reigns apologist. Just accept it, man. He is shit.
He's not shit though. He's not shit.
I'm fucking with you. Well, I mean, I'm only slightly fucking with you. I don't hate him anymore, but still, the fact that they tried to shove him down our throats the way they did.
Yeah, and then make him win the Royal Rumble.
It's just like now the cat's out of the bag. I've seen what you were doing there, and now I could see all of his fucking flaws, and it's just like, no, I can't get around to him. If he fucking seriously improves, fair enough. But there you go.
What would be good for me is if they just changed the music and his attire, because everything still about Roman Reigns is still the Shield. I mean, look at Seth Dean. Completely different attires, completely different music. Roman's still got the Shield. He's still got the Shield entrance. He's still got the Shield attire, or a little bit, except for when he put the blue lines and stuff on it. So okay, he's basically still the same. If not,
better yet, they could give him a costume change. They could dress him up like, you ever heard of a porn star called Rico Strong?
No, I haven't.
he's a black guy. He's done porn. There you go. That's all I know about him. He's a black guy who does porn. So yeah, they could change his costume to like Rico Strong, because then Roman Reigns will look strong. Oh God, I'm going to slap myself for that later. That was the worst fucking pun I have ever fucking made.
Rico Strong. Wow, what a name. And how do you know of such a person?
Because I watched pornography, Raven. I'm not ashamed about it.
Yeah, but you don't. We've all watched porn, but we don't take down the fucking porn star's name, especially not the guy.
No.
I don't take down the names, Raven. I apologise. There's this thing at the start of porno called credits. I don't know why they put the credits up, but you know they do. And then once I've seen him in there, and I can see him in about 58 other pornos, I'm like, oh yeah, that was that. What did it say in that one porno? Oh, that guy was Rico Strong. All right, there we go. I can tell by the shape of his dick.
I was waiting for that.
Oh.
Oh my god, fucking hell.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wrestling just goes hand in hand with porn, doesn't it? It's great.
It really does. It's not the only porn combo we've had either.
And speaking of pornography, this next match was pornographic, and I don't mean because there are sexy ladies in it, because it was a really awesome one-on-one divas match with a third person who just kind of skulked around the outside for a while.
Well, Bree did get involved like a lot during the match though. Unless you mean
Don't cheapen this. I'm only remembering the parts of the match where it was Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. And it was good.
I mean, the only good thing about it. But I mean, yeah, so moving on. Hopefully, if Bray Wyatt and obviously Roman do have another match or continue the feud, hopefully they'll try and impulse a little bit more. But yeah, we move on to which is the Triple Threat Divas match. Was it for the title or not? Was it
nope, because it was Brie, not Nikki.
Yeah, it was Brie, Brie, not Nikki.
No Diva Magic on this nonsense. Diva Magic, Twin Magic, my mistake.
Diva Magic. Look at that Diva Magic. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, no. I'll talk about that on the next bit. Actually, yeah. So this match was actually really good. Probably the best match, if not the best match of the card. And it's very odd to say that about a Diva match, to be honest. But yeah, it was. But that's what happens when you bring talent forward and get talent to wrestle. You know? Personally, I don't think Sasha Banks should be with Naomi and fucking Tamina. Really, I think she should be with two other people. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those two, but like. We've got a lot of the new people teaming up together, but obviously they've just got Sasha Banks, who obviously can't go on that side. She's got to be heel, so they've got to team with other ones. But either way. But yeah, the match was really good. It was very enjoyable. A lot of back and forth stuff between these two, and it was like, it was just fucking awesome. This match was. It really was. I mean, to finally see Sasha Banks and Charlotte again working the pay-per-view again, obviously from working the NXT ones. What I do think is obviously we've got NXT Brooklyn, isn't it, coming up soon?
Yeah.
The weird thing is, I found out it's actually in the same arena as SummerSlam, like the night before SummerSlam.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be in the bloody what's it called, the ballroom? The ECW arena from back in the day in New York. I was expecting it to. Yeah, I was expecting it to be there, but no, it's just the same fucking arena as SummerSlam, so that's going to be a big ass NXT crowd. Sorry, what was that, Lee?
And the old Raws.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, fucking hell. Anyway, going back, we obviously had Brie Bella obviously doing the Daniel Bryan kick, thing in this as well. But yeah, I mean, Brie actually held up quite well.
Oh god, no! When she did start doing the Daniel Bryan kicks, I was just like, no, please don't cheapen his memory, you whore. I know you're his wife, but please stop reminding me of that fact.
You whore, man. Oh, that's brilliant. But yeah, that is right. Yeah, but yeah, so all of them. Double dropkicks, double bulldog, Sasha and Charlotte basically ends up doing a lot of good moves. Man, this was really good. I might actually watch this match back later on because it was fantastic. It's good to see even matches actually being enjoyable for once. So I don't know how long was the actual match itself.
11 minutes 30. So I mean, it's probably the first Divas match that's gone over 10 minutes and
and it was actually longer than the
forever.
main event as well. Yeah, which was just a bit odd, but it was longer than the main event, so that was quite weird. But it's cool. But yeah, so it was good. It held up. It held up really well. Obviously, we had There was that awkward moment when Brie Bella kind of jumped backwards off the ringside, and I think what she might have done is I think she jumped back too far, because if you watch it, she looks like she goes back before I think he catches her, and I think she doesn't injure herself, but I think she did jump back a little bit too far for that one, because obviously they didn't really catch her. And you had Sasha Banks in a perfect suicide dive on top of them, and you had Charlotte jump on them, and then I think what's that shit, I don't know. And then so they all get involved outside. Sasha Banks hits a submission, and then Brie breaks it up and shit. Oh, it was just awesome. It really was just awesome. I think Charlotte won, didn't she?
Yep, doing
Charlotte
the
won.
figure. Oh well, sorry. Let me say it correctly, the way Michael Cole does. She calls this the, whatever.
Calls it the.
Oh, sorry. She calls this the figure eight, John.
That's it, the figure eight, yeah.
I was just making a fucking fun of, like, the way Cole always goes. She calls this the, or he calls this the, it's like, when Bray Wyatt comes down, it's like, he calls him his fireflies. No, he doesn't. He's never said that once. Shut the fuck up, Cole.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, he hasn't. Yeah, he's never actually.
Just like they said, I think he said that during that match. If not, it was the night after on Raw when he goes like, "Oh, Sasha Banks, she calls this the back. What the hell's her finishing move? Is it the banknote or?"
So bank statement.
Oh, bank statement. That's even worse. Banknote is, Yeah.
Statement. That's funny. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like typical Michael Cole when someone's got a new finisher. Oh, she calls this the page turn or something like that. And you probably would know it from before. He would just like come to just randomly give people the name like there and then.
Yep.
He calls this the running kick into the face, which is called a big boot. So I'm just going to call it I'm just going to long it out. But yeah, the match was good. Charlotte wins, obviously, with the figure four mixed in with, like the yay, look at my body and breasts as I'm bending over during the move. Pretty much, so like, yeah, so she wins. Right person to win, to be fair. It could have been Sasha to win as well. It wasn't Brie Bella, so that was right. So yeah, well done, WWE.
If it had been Brie Bella, that's all I can say. I can't even get mad anymore. I can't go on rants anymore. The Bellas have used up all my rage.
Damn it, Bellas, stop making him rage. Make him come back with the rage. But yeah, so obviously, it was good. I have a good. Well, apparently the rumoured match for SummerSlam is obviously going to be 3D for the Bellas versus basically 3 teams, a triple threat, all versus all. Apparently, that's apparently the rumoured match. That probably will happen though. I can see that probably happening. So that will be. Well, that match will probably live up as well. Fucking hell, that'll probably be a fantastic match as well. Thinking about that. So that's good. So move on to what was a good Diva match. On to another good match. We move on to the third time running Cena and Owens. And again held up really well. Probably the best match of the night. I didn't think. Yeah, it was. I didn't think it was good as their 2 previous matches. I don't really know
all
why.
I can say is there's nothing new I could say about this match myself because it's literally just copy paste the last 2 matches.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not to say the last 2 matches were bad. They were awesome. But it's if they do this match again for SummerSlam, then they really are just taking the piss a bit.
Yeah, it was. I will agree. I agree with Jack. It was like it was good. It was good to watch them, but it pretty much was copy and paste for all 3 of these matches. Good, very, very, very good matches, but pretty much like it was like watching the same match, basically the same match at 3 different pay-per-views, pretty much. But it's still.
I suppose the difference on this one was like towards the end, they pretty much seemed to have, like when you play on the old SmackDown games and you put on infinite finishes.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what they were doing.
I hated that on the last game. We had to think it's like Rock and John Cena, and you got to try and finish the Rock. I hated that because the Rock would always hit the rock bottom, and you couldn't counter him, and he'd beat you. I had to retry that so many times.
Yeah,
I didn't put it on easy, and he would still fucking beat me. It's just like, for fuck's sake, Rock, just go away. So we did have a running course of the same moves. Jetpack Stunner, Cena doing the Rey Mysterio flip, the catching power bomb, kicks out of a couple of FUs. Kevin Owens did that kind of like fisherman suplex thing off the second rope, which actually looks like fucking painful. That looked bad, but that was pretty good. Cena turning the popper powerbomb into a Hurricane Runner. I think Kevin Owens even doing Cena's own finishing moves on him, but obviously he got to the ropes. But finally hits the stupid ring jetpack sling stunner thing, which I think is just a stupid move for John Cena to be doing. But whatever. And FU again. I think at some point actually just again pop up powerbomb again. Cena kicks out. So pretty much towards the end. I think Cena does mid second rope actually adjustment, and then again he kicks out. So this was again copy and paste, but it was very fun to watch.
Oh yeah, well that.
Fantastic. 2 things, but the bad thing about it was obviously the end, and they had obviously John Cena beat Kevin Owens, which is why Owens needed to realistically go over better.
And another NXT call up fed to Cena, successful.
Yeah, successful. Yeah.
Next month we're getting the original NXT champion fed to Cena as well.
Yeah. You're talking about. I was guessing talking about Sami Zayn.
No, Seth Rollins. He was the first ever NXT champ.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking hell, true. Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah.
Christ, I wasn't even watching the WWE at the time, and I know that.
Yeah, I know. I knew he was champion. I just like a little bit me forgot he was NXT champion. Yeah, because he held it for quite a while. Same as Bo Dallas, he held it for quite a while as well. So yeah, another good match between Cena and Owens. A little bit of copy and paste, obviously, but again, doesn't matter. If it was copy and paste, it held up, and that was what was good about it. So yeah. You two want to add anything more to Cena and Owens?
I added what I added. That's all I got to say about it. Good stuff. Copy paste. Yep. That's all it is.
Copy paste. Snap.
Boom. Yeah. Obviously the win was a little bit shit, to be honest.
Yep.
But still.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done it. Realistically, they should have just given it or ended it in a draw to see if they didn't want to give Owens the belt or something. It would have been better. Yeah, but still. So anyway, moving swiftly on to our main event for Battleground. We move on to Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, and the build up for this was again fantastic. And I just want to say one thing. When Brock Lesnar destroyed the car on Raw, was it true or not? When he flung the door, apparently he hit a fan.
He did. There was a tweet about it with a video from the fan, the fans in the stand. Yeah, it hit the fan. It didn't injure him or anything. The reports came out. It didn't injure him. He was a bit like, whoa, taken aback at the first, but then he was all like, yeah, man, this is awesome. So because they took it backstage just to get give him some medical, just give him a quick medical checkup. But yeah, he said no. He just said no. I'm absolutely fine. It's all good. But luckily for that, he got a little trip to the backstage, little meet and greet as well. So that's yeah.
So
I wish Brock Lesnar could come hit me with a car door. Actually, no, I don't. That motherfucker could kill me.
Exactly, but it did look like when he was destroying that car, it did look like he did throw it like way too hard, and it just basically frisbeed into the fucking building. So yeah, Brock, what was on there?
He threw it so hard it went into the fucking stratosphere. It went out the stratosphere, travelled through space, smashed through Mars, went all the way to the end of the fucking planetary alignment, destroyed Pluto. So Pluto is definitely, without a doubt, no longer a planet.
Well, this is the reason why Pluto is not a planet anymore. So, well, yeah, it was this match was all right. I thought. I didn't think it was amazing. I mean, the build up was just fantastic. To be fair, the build up was very well done. With Brock destroying the car and basically fronting to him and Brock walking down. But the match was only 10 minutes long, and obviously the reason I obviously cut the match short was obviously because of the whole big Undertaker return thing, but I know it's Suplex City and stuff like that, but I mean Brock did suplex Seth Rollins a lot of the time during this match, but I don't know, I felt the match was alright, but I don't know, I was just expecting again saying a bit like Roman and Bray Wyatt, so saying a little bit more than that, but I didn't really get that. So, sorry, before this, Miz comes out and Big Show punches him. There you go. I forgot to say that. So, forgot to mention that. So Brock basically just throws around Rollins, obviously what he was supposed to do. Yeah. I think Rollins goes to run at some point. I don't know how many Germans he gave him. I think he gave 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know about.
I'm not sure how many Germans, but the overall together amount of suplexes was 13, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that was German suplexes as well as some belly to belly ones as well, I think.
Yeah.
And a standard one as well.
True. So so each suplex is just shit. It goes to do Seth lands on his feet, Seth bites back, trying to obviously work down the leg of Brock Lesnar like Kane did on Raw now. So more and more super kicks, trying to keep the Beast Incarnate down. I think he super kicks him 800 times or so. Gets him out the ring, dives on him. So Seth's obviously getting the momentum. He's coming back. They've got to put him over. Until Brock obviously again suplex after suplex, more suplexes. And credit to Seth Rollins, he actually sells the German suplex pretty well. To be honest, sells it in just the way possible. So more suplexes happen. He hits the F5, goes to the 3, but no, the lights go out. Bong! Don't interrupt me, Lee. Do not do that. No, I'm joking. Yeah. We hear bong.
Actually, Lee, interrupt him more.
Fuck you. Fuck you both. Hang on.
Hey, I'm flattered, mate, but you're married and I'm not gay. Or am I?
Sure.
Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. With that hairstyle, you could be gay.
What hairstyle? This is audio. You can't even see. You can't see me. Oh god.
And
Oh
you just
god. Why did
see.
I just make a Johnson? Oh god. Anyway.
Anyway, so lights go out. Here comes the Undertaker. Back from the dead, back from having his streak broken, back from having fucking a year and a half sat on his sofa probably watching Storage Hunters on Dave, but probably not because it's fucking America, or having, Sarah bring him drinks or something, whatever the fuck he does on his time off,
Sarah,
like,
dude, he's been divorced with Sarah like nearly a decade.
Oh, sorry, Michelle McCall, sorry,
Yeah.
Fucking meant Michelle McCall.
Dude, that's not McCool, right?
No,
What you did.
that's not
Neither
McCall.
was that pun I made. That was not McCool at all. Oh god. I gotta really stop. I just seem really Oh god, no, I nearly don't want to. I'll stop. Right.
Just stop, damn it. So yeah, so Undertaker comes back,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a surprise for me. I wasn't shocked. I didn't go out. I didn't mark the fuck out. I didn't go, oh my god, Undertaker. I didn't go like that at like 4 a.m. in the morning like I did when Daniel Bryan won the title at WrestleMania. I woke the fucking neighbours. I went nuts, when he won the titles. Even though it was breaking the obvious he was going to win titles anyway. But I still went, yes, but no, I didn't. I wasn't surprised. Why wasn't I surprised? Not because of spoilers. Not because I went online and some cunt posted a photo of the Undertaker and I was like, right, now I have to block him and give him a really harsh message. No, it wasn't spoilers. It was the fact of a week before Battleground even happened, dirt sheet alert shirts basically was saying that it was rumoured the Undertaker was coming back anyway. And usually, in my opinion, if you see an Undertaker report, it's usually 50% bollocks or 50% true. So at the end of the day, I thought, okay, well, Undertaker's not really going to come back at Battleground, a pretty low mid-card pay-per-view. There's no way that's going to happen. But obviously it did, so I wasn't too, surprised. I don't know if you two was. I was happy to see him. Don't get me wrong. I was, Undertaker's one of my favourite wrestlers.
I'd heard rumours, but there was still nothing concrete out or anything like that.
No, there was nothing concrete.
Well,
I
didn't even read a dirt sheet. It was just a fucking rumour some guy on Reddit Squared Circle posted up. Even then, he only implied he didn't sit out and out say it was the Undertaker. But everyone jumped on it and said, "Oh my God, you mean the Undertaker?" Yeah.
No, it wasn't concrete that he was going to come back. There was nothing like 100% rumours. But then the photos got leaked of him shown at the airport.
I didn't see them.
I saw it, unfortunately. Thanks to some woman who will be not named here because she's with Amy, but that bitch showed me the photo of Taker being spotted at the airport. So I was thinking, right, yeah, it's true. It's going to be 100% true. There's always people waiting at airports with cameras going like, I'm waiting for wrestlers. Like what they do because they're sick fucks and need to get a fucking job instead of filling out fucking dirt sheet. If the Undertaker's coming back, can't the internet just shut the fuck up? Can we not just mention his return whatsoever? Can Dave Meltzer and whatever fucking gophers he's got working for him just not fucking report it? I would, if I didn't know about that, I would have generally probably had to change my underwear on that night. But I knew about it. I knew about it a week before it. I didn't believe it. And like Jack said, there was nothing concrete about it. No, there wasn't. And I am happy that he has returned. I just wasn't, the shock, the surprise for Undertaker's return. The return of Undertaker for me is not really a surprise anymore. And it's mainly because people just report it over and over again. Like I said, it's either 50% true or 50% load of shit. Unfortunately this one was true. But so he comes back, he stares down. And of course, I think your photo on Facebook, Jack, is the one from Raw, isn't it? Or was it one from? Well,
yeah, for a brief period of about a minute, I decided to put up the one of the Battleground face. It's just like ultimate, I will fucking shit on everything you love face. Yeah, it was just an awesome face by the Undertaker. And then he said, kicks him. Try to go for a choke slam and then reverse into an F5 and then reverse the F5 into a tombstone and whatnot. And
I don't think he actually F5s him though, does he?
No. He gets him into an F5 and then Taker reverses it.
Yeah, and he kicks him in the groin and then choke slams him.
Yeah.
What was that?
Me, like when you get kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also,
sounded really weird.
Think about it. Undertaker didn't take the 11th commandment seriously. Thou shalt not intentionally provoke the beast. Oh, actually, it should be the 12th commandment. Thou shalt not kick the beast in the balls.
He'll get it for it anyway. But yeah, so yeah, he chokeslams him, tombstones him, and obviously Brock Lesnar's like, oh my god, what the fuck's happened? And then takes another tombstone, and obviously the meme started, Tombstone City bitch, got like going all around. He didn't say it, obviously, but I mean, like, obviously, you know, like, people were saying it and shit. So yeah. So yeah,
I thought it was a pretty cool moment at the end, but I just,
it was.
like you, I wasn't marking out for it. What I was marking out was the day after on Raw when Taker comes out, does a little spiel about, you know, the streak got broken. Streaks are meant to be broken, you know. I give a fuck, but you know, Lesnar, I'm coming for you, N-word. And then you know, Heyman comes out, he's all like gets super pissed off, like, I'm making it personal now, Taker, you bastard. And then Taker, bong, you know, teleports in. And, yeah, him and Lesnar go at it, and fucking, they had, I think, the entire locker room come out and just, like, break them up. And it lasted for about 10-15 minutes, this whole segment. They get, like, getting free and start twatting each other again. It was just awesome.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't the entire locker room, because Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins wasn't in part of that group, if you'll notice.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
But yeah, it was pretty much most of the people that had either worked in match or people backstage just for the fucking. They were just called backstage for all, just basically hold back the mistake on.
Yeah,
but yeah,
hey, the Ascension. They're technically part of a main event scene.
Yeah.
By touching the Undertaker.
And he goes to, Taker actually beats down one of them as well when he has him in the corner. That's pretty funny. Yeah, but that bit of Raw was awesome. That was like, it really put over the feud, and yeah, it worked pretty well, you know. And they're obviously doing Brock and Taker for SummerSlam, and I don't mind that because, you know, that's going to be good.
Screaming, I will kill you!
You're gonna have to.
Brock, screaming, I will kill
you!
I will kill you. Yeah, I will kill you. Don't shout that too loudly, or someone might hear you walking past and thinking, "Oh my god, what have I done?" Yeah, what the fuck? Why does he want to kill me? Why? Let's see if he shouts it again.
You see, like towards the end of, you know, the scrapping and whatnot, R-Truth just kind of like, he's all there, like next to Brock, like he's his mate or something, and it's just like, you know, like, calm down, man. Yeah, it's all cool. Yeah, and then all the security guards like have like Brock at arm's length, and you know. I mean, it's just hilarious. He keeps just saying, "Alright, don't touch me, man. Alright, let's go, Mr. Lesnar. Okay, don't touch me. I said don't touch me, man. Do not touch me."
Yeah, that was funny with R-Truth.
Okay,
Okay, touch me now. Yeah, it was funny with R-Truth. Yeah, kind of like, come on, Brock. I got a plunger, man. Calm down, man. You okay, Brock? Yeah.
I'm guessing they're mates in real life or something. So.
I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, a lot of the locker room were probably friends with each other, like, or it was either that, or they were just there just for the sake of, you know, they would just gave wrestlers certain parts, like, you hold Brock, you hold the Undertaker. It was good.
I can tell you the entire locker room was friends with Sonny. All right. Oh god, I'm just
even the women.
Yeah, I'm just raking up somebody's fucking horrible past for no reason. Then again, she had sex with Elmo on TV, so you know, fuck her. Wait, a lot of guys did. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm just being fucking mean for no reason now. I apologise.
She actually has sex with Elmo on TV, really?
Well, simulated sex. I mean, this is before the Attitude Era as well. It was like 96, and it was just like, what the fuck is this?
So she stimulatedly fucked the puppet?
No, it was a guy dressed in a giant Elmo suit.
Oh my god!
It was, yeah.
Is that on YouTube anyway? Because I have to watch that.
Yeah. I've not been able to find that Big E thing that I described earlier, but I'll definitely be able to find that because Sonny shags Elmo.
And it pops up on WWE Jerry Springer 2 Hot TV.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh no! I've watched some of those. I refused to watch it. Like at first, I thought, it's just Jerry Springer. Oh, they probably paid him like millions of dollars to do this. But I actually watched it. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Like the 2 Hot for TV. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I did enjoy that. Anyway, let's go back. So before the brawl actually happened, Undertaker did cut a promo opening Raw, basically saying that streaks are meant to be broken and shit like that. And obviously he's come back. So he's come back. He's going to be facing Brock. So it was a good end to a pay-per-view that was maybe looking like it was struggling its way. Maybe looked like that. Maybe that the pay-per-view maybe killed 2 of its friends and it was struggling to carry both of them on his back to the graveyard. But yeah, it was like at best I will say 5 out of 10 to be honest. But that's me being generous. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to concur with that. 5 out of 10.
I bet Lee's gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I bet you. Oh, he gave it a 6. He's always one fucking score higher than all of us. He always watch back. His score's always one score higher. You know.
That's because he's ahead of the curve. You know.
No, that's because he's not hateful like me and you. You know, he probably watches pay-per-views and thinks, yeah, even though it was shit, I'm gonna try and enjoy it. Or even like, what was a really bad card? Can't think.
Yeah,
Money in the Bank.
How dare you enjoy things?
Yeah, how dare you enjoy this PG era of the World Wrestling Entertainment? Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Oh, I can't say that.
Yeah, you probably like people as well too. You bastard.
Yeah. Probably friend request them on Facebook, don't you?
Yeah, you talk to them like they're human beings or something. Oh god. Oh god. Are we really that bad, Raven? Oh god. Well,
not that bad.
It's time to bust out my old emergency suicide news.
Is that the link? Daily Mail.
Yes, I found the
Mail.
Sonny having sex with Elmo. So after this podcast, you two can eat your tea while watching this.
Sonny and Elmo's sex tape.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it's actually called? Fucking hell.
Well, it's not an actual sex tape. It's an actual segment on what the hell is it called? WWF Livewire or something. I don't understand why they did this. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's fucking disturbing. But on plus notes,
Sonny fucking a guy in an Elmo costume. Yeah, that's pretty disturbing.
on a plus note, to round out the podcast with, well, yeah, so we've said Battleground, 5 for Raven, 5 for me, and 6 for Lee. Yeah, but something a lot more serious I've been meaning to bring up for about 20 minutes now. With all the WWE whatnot, you know, we mentioned Hulk Hogan earlier and whatnot about the horrible racism and whatnot. It's a fucked up thing, and they're erasing Hulk Hogan from history and shit at the minute. But give it 2 years, he'll be back. You know, they always come back.
Exactly.
But the point I'm trying to make is, I meant to make like about 20 minutes ago, is that now I have the Hulk Hogan sex tape. It's downloaded, so I'm gonna go watch that.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. I was just trying to make it sound like I had a serious point, but I didn't. I just have the Hogan sex tape. Let's watch it, shall we?
Well, you don't actually have it downloaded.
No, I do. I've just downloaded it now.
Oh my god, man! Wow. Well, you can
And
talk about
apparently it's
that
got
when we talk
commentary.
about SummerSlam. It's got commentary as well. Oh my god.
Hang on a second. I think I've been burned.
Oh my god! Why the fuck?
Oh fuck! It isn't. Damn it. It's just a fucking.
Isn't it?
It's just a goddamn interview of Hulk Hogan talking about the sex tape. Damn it! They lied to me.
Damn it, man, that's bad. Oh well. Anyway, why? Oh my god, a cup just fell off my radio.
I know. Raven was so devastated it wasn't real sex tape. He's destroying his house now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, while Jack continues his quest to find, the Hulk Hogan sex tape, we're gonna leave it there. And again, thank you all for listening your little ears into our voices as we speak in your fucking ears for probably over an hour. Yeah, over an hour. 1 hour and 12 minutes. Over an hour. Wow. We try and aim it for an hour, and we've actually accomplished that. But to be fair, a lot of it was just gobbledygook, to be honest. But yeah, like Jack said earlier,
Battleground. You know, it has a rich heritage of sucking hard.
Yeah, it does. It's a shame because the promo opener for the pay-per-view was actually pretty good. I actually kind of really liked the opener, considering the pay-per-view was like, oh yeah, I'm only semi-hard for this whole pay-per-view, fuck it, The Undertaker got it a bit more erect, but, that was about it, So, anyway, thank you all for listening. We've had Jack and Lee and me, we've enjoyed talking about it, whether we slag it off or we like it, whether whatever in the news lately. I mean, this week it was Hulk Hogan. Before SummerSlam, after SummerSlam, maybe we might be talking about Sting. Maybe, hopefully next time. Depends if he has a match or not. So we could be talking about Sting like next time. Maybe not. We don't know. So yeah. So we'll see you for SummerSlam 2015, which is on a date I can't fucking remember. August 29th or 28th. It's one of them. No, sorry.
Really?
August. Is it 20? Yeah. Is it 22nd? August 22nd. Is that it? 22nd. Yeah. August 22nd, is that what it is?
That's like practically 4 weeks away, yeah?
Well, technically 3 weeks away. Well, no. Well, 22nd would be 3 weeks away. 29th would be 4 weeks away.
You're right.
I don't really know. This is confusing.
No, you're right. So there's 3 more weeks. Yeah. So yeah, wow, that's 2 straight pay-per-views that have had 5-week build-up instead of 14 minutes between pay-per-views. I know. I'm sorry I keep going on about that, but that really was just a bit mad. And it's just we're going back to normal now, which is good. It's good to have a fucking
Yeah, it's
breather.
good to have that gap. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and we can actually put a podcast out at a reasonable bloody time instead of having to,
Exactly. Right, so we'll leave you all there. We'll leave you all to go. It's now just hit 5 o'clock, so I'm going to go watch the end of Raw because I have not seen all of it from this week.
And of
So I'm
course,
gonna go
End
watch...
of Raw is pseudonym for Hogan's sex tape.
Exactly. Yeah, Hugh and Hogan sex tape. Going to watch and enjoy it. Still, yeah. And I'm going to reply to me mother on Facebook and go do whatever. So whatever you guys are doing this afternoon, I hope it's good. Thank you again for tuning in, and that's. Hopefully next time we tune in, the Hogan stuff might have died down by then, but we don't know.
Good health, peace, and chicken grease, and all that.
Bye.
Yay!
Bye!